Hello everyone, welcome back to Susie Saves. I am Susie. If you're new here, hello, welcome on in. We are a dual-based income right now, and we do cash stuffing with a zero-based budget. But this is the Transfer Tuesday, where we look at all the money that stays online. So every week I go, after I get paid, to the bank, and I withdraw all of the money we are spending this week into cash. This is just because I'm not great at handling money that's on a card. It doesn't feel tangible to me. I just tend to swipe and not think about it. So instead, we've moved to cash stuffing, which has helped tremendously with overspending for me. But like I said, this is the Transfer Tuesday. So if you come along with us, I want to go over what we did with online transfers this week. So let's begin. Here we are. This is our portfolio. We're at $32,154.66. This is my Roth IRA. I have been working for a long time, and so I started my Roth really young. I started at 20, I think, but last year was the first year I was able to fully fill the Roth. And there is hope that I will continue to do that for the foreseeable future. So my Roth is currently at $27,641.28. We're just going to go through where the positions are right now and then what we did this week. So starting from the top and going down, $3 in cash, almost $2,400 in VOX, $2,800 in IVV, that's the iShares S&P 500, $1,000 in Tesla, $2,600 in a target date fund. This one is the 2060 Fidelity Freedom Target Date Fund. That's the closest date to my retirement, which is why I've chosen that one. $1,500 in VDC, $13,500 in VOO. That's the Vanguard S&P 500. $900 in Nvidia, $700 in Coca-Cola, $700 in the Global Commodity Stock Fund, $750 in the Specialized Dividend Fund, and then about $700 in Berkshire Hathaway. So this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for accountability for me, and if we wanted to kind of look back and see in the future what we did with the money. So this week specifically, I've put in $135, and I went ahead and turned around and put that into Berkshire Hathaway. It was down, which is why I bought it. And then I received a dividend of a single cent. And then I have it set up that everything I get in dividend gets reinvested. So it went ahead and reinvested that 1 penny for me. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But we're going to continue on. So the next one here is our cash management account. This is stocks, but it's not tied to a retirement account. I do have to pay capital gains on this. I think every year, regardless on if I pull money out, but I need to look at that more carefully for this next year coming up. It is currently at $3,389.09. As you can see in cash, we have $1,025. This is $1,000 of our emergency fund. The reason it's in this account is because this is the only part of that fund which is attached to a card, a physical card. So if we were out somewhere or there was like some emergency where we had to have money now in hand, then that money would be there. So for instance, 2 years ago, we had a vet emergency. And so when you are in scrambling like that and you pick up your pet and you take them to the emergency vet, you don't really have time to go to the bank and withdraw money out of your emergency fund. So this is there to help with things like that. When in the moment, when the vet says, this is going to be $600, $700, $800, you have it in hand and you don't have to worry about anything else. Next, we have Nvidia at 120, VOO again at 700, Coke at 120, Surgical Institute at 60, BYDDY at 100, and then Berkshire Hathaway at 100. As you can see at the very bottom here for pending activity, we have $1,125. We're going to talk about that a little more in the next slide, but this is just pending right now. As soon as that goes through, I'm actually going to pull that money out because it doesn't belong in this account. So as you can see here, I put in the $25. I spent $25 on Berkshire Hathaway last week. And then we got some interest, $2 worth, that I need to set that up to being reinvested. And then we had our wedding last week. We talked about it a little bit. And this is some of the money that we got from the wedding. People could direct deposit it. I wanted it to be direct deposited into this account. Looking back, I probably should have just done my regular checking account. But I was kind of worried that the website was sketchy. So I wanted to make sure it was in a financial institute that I trust with a lot of my money. So I had to deposit into this one. So when this gets processed and cleared, I'm going to go ahead and withdraw that and add that to our emergency fund, which helps greatly. It helps so much. That's a lot of money to suddenly come into. So I'm very, very thankful for all the people who came to the wedding and the ones who supported online through that transfer. Thank you. And then last but not least, we have my husband's Roth IRA. He just started his first big corporate job in April. I am going to look into showing you guys growth in the 401k, but I need to see what I need to blur out. We don't want to be doxxed, especially even where we work or anything like that. So I just want to make sure that there's nothing in there that I need to take care of. As you can see, everything in here, there are no account numbers. I remove all of that for privacy purposes, obviously. So I just want to do that before we dive into his 401k plan. But with that, I said, hey, it's time. Let's open the Roth IRA for you. So this is only 2 months old. It's got $1,124.29 in it. Every week, we each get $135 into our Roths. This is to make that $7,000 contribution by the end of the year. We are going to be upping that now that our emergency fund will be finished this month, just because I really want these to be filled in December, by the end of this year, rather than the end of the contribution year. I think that would be really, really cool. So we're going to try and hit that benchmark. As for this Roth, he has $3 in cash, $150 in VOO, and then $970 in Berkshire Hathaway. That is his preferred investment platform, is Berkshire Hathaway. This week specifically, like I said, put that $135 in there and then used it on Berkshire Hathaway. And then he also got the 1 penny dividend and it got reinvested. So very funny that we both just happened to get it. But they say every cent counts. So thank you for that. Anyway, that is it for today's Transfer Tuesday video. Thank you all so much for being here. If you had a transfer this week that meant a lot to you or you worked really hard on, I would love, love, love it if you would let me know what it was. We had a whole bunch of people talking about emergency funds, but this is not just the emergency fund, right? If you contributed to a retirement account or something, please let me know down below so we can celebrate that together. I hope you have an amazing night, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night, everyone.